Hi, I'm Jake. This is another episode of Good Idea, Bad Execution. So I'm kind of bored tonight, and I'm wanted to do something instead of just. I've already watched Loki this week, episode 5. Awesome! Can't wait for episode 6. So I wanted to do something, and I don't know, just get out of the house for a little bit. I mean, the house is right up there, yeah, but just I'm kind of bored right this second. And I know this isn't the usual Monday or Tuesday episode, but I felt like doing something different this week because I'm bored, so I might as well vlog, right? Might as well post something. Um, so we're in the shop and we are just going to have a cigarette because I can until YouTube tells me not to. It's kind of like when you tell a teenager, yeah, it's your room, but it's my house. I'm kind of waiting for YouTube to say, it's my house, you can't smoke in your room. Okay. So, I know I haven't done a whole lot with, I haven't done much aside from just become a damn chatty Cathy in these last few videos. Center my head a little bit. Um, yeah, I've just become I've talked a lot in my last few videos. I haven't really done a whole hell of a lot. And that's just because I haven't gotten a whole hell of a lot done. Yeah, last week we got most of the furniture in. There's a few things you left to come in the house, but we're gonna hold off on those for the time being. I've got two big towers for the entertainment center. They're actually supposed to be connected. There's just supposed to be a board across the top of them, but I bought it off of Craigslist. It didn't have that, which actually works in my favor because of the 60-inch TV and the speakers and the subwoofers. The whole home entertainment center. It actually works that they're not connected. So I suppose I could run like a 2x12 something between them if I wanted to, like I think it's a 10 foot, 12 foot gap. I don't know. Anyways, I suppose I could do something there if I wanted to have a little more shelf space, but then that would detract from the glasses that I have on the wall, all of my pint glasses. I have made a little progress in here. I've got some shelves moved. I still have a couple of little ones that need moving. I know the light isn't the best. Hang on a sec. Let's see what I can do about that. No, I'm not auditioning to be a pip. Well, that's a little better. At least you can see one side of my face now. Yay! Let's see if we can make that any better. Hey! Now you can see me. Hi! I don't know. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of bored. But I have a lot of projects that I want to get done. I've got that trailer out there that I need to get completed. I'm kind of waiting on somebody to. Somebody made me an offer that they may be able to sandblast it for me for nothing. So I'm kind of waiting on that at the moment. But that's been a couple of months now. I haven't heard anything back. And, I've asked, and oh yeah, I'm working on it. So I was like, well, okay. Do I just say to hell with it and do it myself, or what do I do? Or do I even waste the damn time on it? Excuse me, I just had dinner about an hour ago and I'm starting to burp. But do I waste the time on it? Is it worth it? The more I look at it, I don't know. I could just strip it down and use the metal for knife stock, but that would mean that I'm gonna have to start blacksmithing, which means I would have to build a forge, and eventually somewhere to put said forge. And I don't know, there's a lot of projects. I get this. I get these big, ambitious ideas, and I go through the process, and I get materials and tools and all sorts of stuff. And then I get to the point where it's like, okay, you have everything or almost everything, like 85% of the stuff that you need to complete this project. And, you can pick up the other 15, 20% on the way, whatever, as you need it. But you have almost everything that you need to do to complete this project. And then for some reason, the ambition goes away and the mind goes to the next big project, which, whatever that may be, it's it's a blessing that my mind can concoct these things, that I can think, oh, hey, I could do that, and then you watch 4 dozen YouTube videos on how to do this, and another 4 dozen on different ways that you can do this, and you think, God, I can do that. That's easy, no problem. God, I can, if I had the time, but I always have the time. Well, I can't say I always have the time. Most of the time, I have the time. For those of you just joining us, this is a cigarette, I promise. There are no illegal drugs done on my channel. I haven't done any illegal drugs in many, 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 many years. I used to be a pothead. That's all. But yeah, like I said, I get these grand ideas. I get so many. Oh, pardon me. I get so much materials and tools, and then it just kind of sits there. And some things collect dust, some things collect rust, and I don't know. Like I said, it's a blessing that I am creative enough to come up with these ideas of stuff that I should do, stuff that I know I can do. Then, in turn, the other side of the coin, if you will, it's kind of a curse because of what I just said. I get grand ideas and oh, hey, God, man, I can't believe I'm so damn creative. This is awesome. And then I let it go to shit. I mean, there's no other excuse but my own laziness. And like I said, part of starting this channel was my own mortality, I guess you would say. I've said this before. I'm 43. I am a heavy bastard. I smoke damn near a pack a day, depending on the day, sometimes more, depending on what I'm doing. Um, So I know that I'm not going to live forever. In fact, if I make it another 10 years, hey, cool. Um, that being said, I'm kind of leaving these almost as a video diary for my grandson, who I don't know. I love him to death, but I don't know if I'm gonna be around to get to know him. And part of me, it kills you a little bit. I mean, I know ashes to ashes, dust to dust, whatever. I know that there are things that I can do and should do, in order to prolong my life. I know I can get out and exercise more. I know I can eat right. And, honestly, I cut out a lot of sugar. A little over a year ago, I cut out a lot of sugar. I quit drinking so much Mountain Dew. I still have a Mountain Dew every now and then. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to bullshit anybody and say, oh, yeah, I quit drinking Mountain Dew. I switched over to zero, which isn't bad. It's not the original though, so every now and then, I gotta have a real one now and then. I'm trying to adjust this light here so it's not as terribly bright. But then if I adjust it too much, then nothing gets seen. That's kind of better, I think. I don't know. Anyway, y'all can see me. But yeah, I know there's things that I can do. I can eat right, work out. I don't know. I guess I'm still a kid at heart. And I'm not a kid at heart. I'm a rebellious teenager at heart, and that's just not cool. Okay? There are certain things that I like. John Panette said it best. If you ever get the chance to watch John Panette's stand up special, I'm Starving, it's awesome. But in that, he talks about there are certain foods that people just refuse to eat. Um, Unfortunately, that list is long in my book. Which is weird because I love cooking. I will cook these vegetables for other people, but I'll be damned if I eat them. And then the ones that I actually do eat, I'll eat and eat and eat, and then I just get burned out on them for a while, and I don't want to look at them. I don't want to smell them. I don't want to taste them. No, fuck it. I'm done. Everybody wonders what their legacy will be. What am I going to leave behind in the minds of not only my loved ones, but those people, how have I what impact have I made? I was going to say, how have I touched people? But that's probably not appropriate. So yeah, this is hopefully, my story, I guess, if you will. Getting kind of warm in here. I got the door closed. There's no ventilation. I suppose I could open a window, but that would mean I have to move shit out of the way. There's already enough shit in the way around here. Yet another project. I need to get these shelves figured out. I need to get something figured out with those towers in the house because um, the girlfriend wants the towers raised up so that one of them is like right in front of a floor vent, and I mean it's not blocking the vent by any means, but she wants the air, instead of going up, to come out from under the tower, and I have the materials to do it, but again, I get this grand idea of how I'm going to do this, and I lose all ambition. And then I start thinking about it, and I think, well, maybe I could do it this way. Yeah, make it simpler. Because when I get an idea in my head, oh my God, you would think I was building a freaking pyramid. I understand that about me. I start thinking about something and I start overthinking, and then I'm overthinking my overthinking, and it's a vicious cycle. It really is. I don't know if it's. I mean, I don't think it's like adult ADD or anything like that. Which I have my own. I have my own opinions on ADD and ADHD, and oh, I think she's looking at me. No, but yeah, I got my own opinions on those. Anyways, um, yeah, I start overthinking and overthinking and overthinking, and eventually, as I calm down and let it sit, let it marinate, let it stew for a while, I start realizing, okay, I could simplify this. I could do it this way. I could do it this way, and make it easier and make it smaller. Einstein. I think it was Einstein that said, any idiot can make something bigger and more destructive, but to make it smaller is a stroke of genius. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. I don't even remember if he's the one that made that quote. So please do not kick my ass in the comments. Um, yeah. So I was out here for a little while and I was taking apart some more lights because it's another project. I got the lights that I want to get done. I've got the basically I got to build a 4-inch platform for these towers and speakers and whatnot. We're still finagling stuff in the in the house, trying moving stuff in. There's still stuff downstairs that needs to be gone through. That it's just stuff. Well, I haven't touched this in 2 years. Do we really need it? Let's get it out of here, kind of thing. I've got the trailer. That's a project. I've got these shelves that I want to get, but in order, I need to get this at the very least insulated. Um, I need to. I have a ventless propane heater that I need to get. Well, okay, I've got a ventless propane heater and I have an empty propane tank. I need to get the tank filled. I need to get the heater plumbed to the tank. I would like to build an enclosure for the tank so that it's not out in the elements. I mean, this is northern Minnesota. It gets cold, but then that's another thing that I got to insulate, and man, insulation is not cheap. I understand why some of these guys, back in the teens and the 20s and the 30s, they used friggin' newspaper and old coats and shit like that. I mean, I've seen it. Where you tear out a wall and there's old clothes. And it's like, what the hell is that all about? And it's insulation. They did what they had to do. I mean, if I'm going to do something, I don't want to do that, but I need to get this insulated. Plus I got a loft upstairs that I either need to get, we're not upstairs, but up here, up, there's a loft right above me here. There's actually one on the other side as well that I need to either just completely block off or get it insulated as well. And then I got to figure out how to wire up a fan, which goes back to the solar. Um, Once I get that done, and once I get it insulated and get the heater put in, then I can finish with the shelves. And then when I get that done, then I can start tearing apart pallets. I've had a few torn apart. God, I'm an idiot tonight. I've got a few torn apart. Thank you to my lovely daughter for buying me that pallet buster for Christmas. Awesome freaking tool. If you don't know what it is, it's two claws. They kind of come in like this, and it's just all leverage based, and it just pops in boards right off, and it makes breaking pallets up a whole lot easier than a hammer and crowbar, or a hammer and a flat bar. Yeah. You save a lot of wood too. I mean, yeah, some of it is going to break, but we've got a miter saw that I can just cut down the crap off of there and just burn that. That's no big deal. But I just sometimes I feel like I take on too much, and then I don't know where to start with anything. And so I default to zero. My default is just kind of shut down, really. And here's another project that I've had for years that has just been sitting and literally collecting rust. I have a matching pair, they're sisters, 1923 Minnesota license plates. I found them tilling a garden out a bunch of years ago, and the owner of the property said, yeah, go ahead and have them. I got no use for them. So they have just been sitting there continuing to rust for over a decade, and I've kind of looked into. I don't know if I want to try like what is it, electrolysis? No, that's the stuff for how they remove the hair, I think. But you put it in basically a fish tank and a battery charger, and you get like a sacrificial piece of steel. I think it's electrolysis, but I can't remember exactly the name. I don't know if I want to do that. I know that I don't want to do anything terribly vigorous to them just because they're from 1923. I mean, them things are almost 100 years old now. And I'm honestly afraid if I drop them, they're going to shatter. But yeah, that's yet another project. Plus, I've got another shed up on the hill by the house, and there is stuff in here that can go up there. There's stuff in there that can go in here. I want to get all of the tools from in the house, in the other shed. I want to get, there's a big toolbox a rolling toolbox in the other shed. I've got a couple here. I've got a couple at a friend's house. He's using them in his shop. And, I need to get all the tools and toolboxes and everything. I want to get that down here. And I know the simplest solution is to just start one thing, finish it, move on to the next. But maybe it is ADD. I don't know. I can't do that. I buzz from here to there to here to there to here to there to here to there. And in my honest opinion, I'm 43 years old. I shouldn't be doing that shit anymore. I should be a little more focused than what I am. And I'm not. And it's irritating. And it's frustrating. And people wonder why I only had one child. Because I don't know if I could handle two. No, I tell everybody, oh God, you stopped at one? Yeah, I stopped at one. I had one. I didn't want any more because I wanted to take all of my knowledge and all of my love and all of my heart and soul and just put it into, funnel it down into her and then kick her ass out into the world. Have fun. But no, she is the light of my life, one of my many great loves. Um, she's the only great love I have that will never leave me, aside from my mother, and even that's sketchy from time to time. I don't know. I've pissed her off a few times. We're gonna end this here in a little bit because we're rolling up on half an hour already. Holy Christ! And I know what you're gonna say. Well, why don't you turn to your friends for help? Well, I don't want to be that guy that only turns to his friends when he needs something. That comment was made of me almost 20 years ago by someone, I would say someone I respected, but I never really had a whole lot of respect for the individual. Someone whose opinion was not highly regarded, but was regarded. And this information came back to me third hand, and I heard that, and I'm like, okay. And I started taking a look, kind of taking stock, and I'm like, you know what? That's not going to be me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that guy that, oh, hey, we're buddies when I need a hand. That's just, I can't do that. I can't do that I won't do that. Plain and simple. I mean, if I need help, if I genuinely need help with something, I can call somebody and say, hey, I need your help. I was playing with these solar lights a few weeks back, and yeah, I've watched enough YouTube videos, and I've got a pretty basic idea. But a buddy of mine, he had a security camera company years back, and basically his he touted that he did a lot of low voltage stuff. I no fucking idea what that means. So I texted him. I'm like, hey, you're low voltage guys, so I got some questions for you, but it's like this thicket that I've got out here. My little brother came last summer and cut down the big trees because he burns wood in his house. Okay, that's cool. Take everything you want, take everything you can. And I'm not blaming him for leaving it in the state that it's in. It was always in that state. It just had trees in it, but he took the trees. So, but I need to go and clear this out because, if anything, it would be nice to have to expand the yard out a little bit. Right now, the yard that we have here is, there's a hill on one side, there's a hill coming down this way. You get on the other side of the house and it's a little flatter, but there's still, like 0.5% grade, it's like, there's nowhere really flat. And if I could clear all this out, get all the stumps out of here, till it up, seed it, and just make it looking pretty, that would be nice. Because then we could have somewhere to let the kids run. I don't know. Maybe put up a dog kennel. Maybe put up a garage at one point. I just don't know. I don't know. I just felt like ranting tonight. I felt like venting on the world. And I don't feel like venting on my girlfriend because, yeah, I know communication is tantamount to a good relationship. But sorry, I'm the guy, and it is easier to talk to my phone and let a world full of faceless people, because I mean, aside from one follower that I know, I don't know anybody. Maybe my daughter's following me. I'm not sure. But so you guys, I mean, you're faceless to me, you know. And I am not the guy. I'm not the kind of guy to pour my heart out all that often. So, I try to I keep it in here. You know, don't it was kind of always ingrained into me as a child. Don't let anybody see you flinch. Don't let anybody see you cry. Basically, the old be a man adage. And I don't know, I'm still here, so I'm not saying it's the best idea, but it works. They say spanking your kids is bad, but it works. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I was spanked as a child. I remember I took a hell of a beating because I was playing with matches in the house. Got my ass beat. You know what? I didn't play with matches in the house anymore. I didn't play with matches anymore. Coincidence? I don't know. Oh, final thoughts. Um, yeah, final thoughts. Just, be good to each other. That's all we can do. I mean, we're only on this rock for a certain amount of time. Nobody knows when their day is coming. Hell, I could get hit by a slow moving freight train tomorrow. I don't know. Try and be good to each other. You don't have to like everybody, but damn it, just be cordial to everybody. I mean, I work with people every day in and day out, that I would love to throw through a wood chipper, but you know what? I don't. I'm polite, I smile. I may get a little snippy from time to time, but I'm not a complete asshole. So, oh, by the way, if you haven't gone yet, or if you're waiting, we went and saw Fast 9. Awesome movie. The Fast and Furious saga is getting a little out there. Okay, it's getting a lot out there. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not giving any spoilers, but they go way out there this time. Okay. Um, so, yeah. But still, awesome movie. It's always fun to see those. John Cena's in this one, and there was, I guess, some turmoil between Vin Diesel and The Rock, and I don't know. I read some things here, I read some things there, whatever. But Yeah, all in all, a good movie. I've seen it twice now. So, and if you're not caught up on the Loki series, get caught up on the Loki series. Seriously, it's friggin' awesome. As well as everything that Disney Plus is doing Marvel wise right now. Um, WandaVision, not Black Panther, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah. Actually, I can't wait for the next Black Panther movie. I want to see what they do there after Chadwick Boseman, and I'd kind of like to see the homage that they do to him. Um, I know it's a little dated now, but we just watched Bill and Ted Face the Music last night. Excellent. Um, I did personally, I did well up a little bit early on in the movie because there was a small homage to the late great George Carlin. Um, and honestly, I am. I like to tell people I am a devout worshiper of the Church of Carlin. So the guy did a dozen or so, HBO specials, not to mention records, books, everything else that he did. Um, yeah, if you don't know who I'm talking about, where have you been for the last 50 years? Cause yeah, it's uh, and I sometimes I kick myself that I didn't get to see him live. Um, Robin Williams is another one. I grew up on Robin Williams and George Carlin, Richard Pryor, hell, even old Red Fox, um, Bill Cosby. Yes, before anybody knew he was a rapist. Yes, I grew up on Bill Cosby and laughed my ass off as a kid listening to old records. Um, but yeah, if you get the chance to go watch some old Carlin videos, I believe there's a bunch of them on Amazon Prime right now. So yeah, um, gonna go see, gonna try and go see Black Widow this week, if not this weekend, because it just dropped today, baby. I would watch it on Disney, but I don't know. I don't want to pay $30. I'm kind of a cheapskate like that, And besides that, I don't have everything set up in the living room at the moment, so it's not. I wouldn't get the full movie theater experience, even though I do have a projector. I do have an 8-foot screen in the living room. Um, I've got a surround sound system that if I watch adult videos, the neighbors need a cigarette, and my closest neighbor is like a quarter mile away. So, yes, it's that good. Um, yeah, so that's all for this. Holy crap, we're running up on 40 minutes now. Yeah, I'm just going to end this again with saying take care of each other, be good to each other. We love you. And I need to make some phone calls. I need to talk to some friends that I haven't talked to in quite a while. I found out some information just the other night about a couple of old friends, and I didn't know anything about it, so I need to make a couple of phone calls at the very least. What I need to do is drive my happy ass over there and talk to them, find out what the hell's going on. Nothing bad, but I found out that I thought they were working well at this one business, and come to find out they haven't been there in a couple of months now. So yeah, I'm gonna find out what that's all about. So that being said, I need to take care of some shit. So we love you all. Mwah. To my grandson, Jameson, I love you, bud. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.